There's a question that haunts many men. How do we become more than just an option in her life? How do we stand out, not as a fleeting choice, but as a priority? In a world driven by superficial values and fleeting attention, it's easy to get lost, easy to become just one of many. But there is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to transcend these uncertainties, and it starts not with manipulating others, but mastering ourselves. The answer is not found in grand gestures or forcing someone's hand. It's found in cultivating an unshakable inner strength, a quiet, enduring power that can only come from within. The true path to becoming a priority lies not in trying to win her over, but in becoming the kind of man who commands respect, admiration, and love without seeking it. It's about embodying the principles of Stoicism, a philosophy that has taught us for centuries how to live with purpose, resilience, and virtue. Today we will walk this path together. We will explore how Stoicism shows us the way to become her priority by becoming masters of ourselves, how self-control, fortitude, and emotional resilience are the keys to unlocking our true value. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. Number 1. The foundation of worth, building inner strength. Imagine a tree standing tall in the midst of a storm. The wind is howling, the rain is pounding, and yet the tree does not fall. It does not bend to the chaos surrounding it. This is how a Stoic man stands in the world, rooted in his principles, unshaken by external forces. He knows his worth because it is not determined by others, but by his inner strength and self-control. In relationships, we often lose ourselves trying to prove our value, seeking approval and validation. But here's the truth. The moment you look to her or anyone else to define your worth, you've already lost. Your worth is something you cultivate within by practicing virtue, self-discipline, and emotional resilience. It is this quiet, unwavering strength that makes you more than an option in her eyes. It makes you a foundation, something solid that she can rely on. Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." True freedom, true strength, is found in mastery over oneself. When you develop the ability to remain calm in the storm, when you stop reacting impulsively to every slight or rejection, you create a fortress within that no one can penetrate. You become unshakable, and it is this unshakable character that makes you stand out. Number 2, the art of detachment, letting go to gain control. One of the central teachings of Stoicism is the concept of detachment, not in the sense of being cold or indifferent, but in the sense of understanding what is within your control and what is not. Most of us suffer because we attach our happiness, our sense of self-worth, to things outside of us, to her approval, her attention, her love. But as Epictetus reminds us, some things are within our control and some things are not. Her feelings, her choices, her actions, these are beyond your control. But how you respond to them, that is where your power lies. When you stop chasing after her validation, when you let go of the need for constant reassurance, you reclaim your control. You become someone who is not dependent on external factors for your happiness. And paradoxically, this detachment, this independence, makes you more attractive, more desirable. A Stoic man does not beg for attention. He does not cling to someone out of fear of being alone. Instead, he focuses on what he can control: his thoughts, his actions, his growth. By letting go of what he cannot control, he frees himself from the emotional turmoil that drags so many down. And in doing so, he becomes a man of quiet confidence, a man who is always a priority because he is not afraid to walk alone. Number 3, mastering emotions, transcending the need for approval. In the pursuit of becoming her priority, one of the greatest obstacles we face is our own emotions, our insecurity, jealousy, and fear of rejection. These destructive emotions can make us act in ways that push her further away, even as we try to pull her closer. The Stoics teach us that the key to overcoming these emotions is not to suppress them, but to understand them, to rise above them with reason and self-control. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If we allow ourselves to be ruled by negative emotions, we lose control not only over ourselves but over our lives. Jealousy, for example, is rooted in fear, the fear that we are not enough, that we will be replaced. But this fear is irrational, born from insecurity, not reality. A Stoic man does not let jealousy dictate his actions. He does not react out of fear, because he knows that his worth is not diminished by someone else's attention or affection. Instead of seeking approval, we focus on becoming the best version of ourselves. We do not try to control her feelings, we master our own. And in doing so, we cultivate emotional resilience, the ability to remain calm and centered, no matter what happens. It is this emotional resilience that makes you stand out, that makes you the man she can rely on when things get tough. The Stoic man is not swayed by the ups and downs of a relationship. He does not crumble in the face of rejection or difficulty. He stands firm, guided by his principles and virtues, not by fleeting emotions. And it is this steadiness, this emotional strength, that makes him more than just an option. It makes him a priority. Number 4. The strength of simplicity. Focus on what truly matters. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with distractions. Social media, status symbols, the pressure to be more, to have more, to do more. But Stoicism teaches us the value of simplicity. It teaches us that true strength comes not from adding more to our lives, but from stripping away the unnecessary and focusing on what truly matters. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. When you simplify your life, when you stop chasing after material possessions or superficial achievements, you free yourself from the noise that distracts you from what is truly important. You become more focused, more present, more capable of building a meaningful connection. This simplicity also applies to relationships. The Stoic man does not complicate things with mind games or manipulation. He is direct, honest, and sincere. He values depth over appearances, substance over style. And it is this simplicity, this clarity of purpose, that sets him apart from others. When you focus on what truly matters, your character, your growth, your integrity, you become a man of substance, a man who does not need to chase after anyone's approval because his value speaks for itself. And it is this simplicity, this authenticity, that makes you a priority, not just in her life, but in every aspect of life. Number 5, embodying virtue, living with purpose. At the core of Stoicism is the pursuit of virtue, living a life guided by wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. The Stoic man does not seek validation from others. He seeks to live a life of purpose, to be a man of integrity, honor, and principle. It is this pursuit of virtue that ultimately makes him stand out, not just to her, but to the world. Seneca wrote, "The greatest wealth is a poverty of desires." The Stoic man is not driven by the need for approval or affection. He does not crave attention or praise. Instead, he is driven by a higher purpose, to live according to his values, to grow in wisdom, and to contribute meaningfully to the world. When you live with purpose, when you embody the virtues of Stoicism, you become a man of rare quality, a man who does not need to be anyone's option because he is always a priority. Your worth is not determined by external factors, but by the strength of your character. And it is this character, this unwavering commitment to living a life of virtue, that makes you irreplaceable. In the end, becoming her priority is not about changing her or manipulating the relationship. It is about changing yourself, mastering yourself, and cultivating the quiet strength of Stoicism. It is about letting go of the need for approval, mastering your emotions, simplifying your life, and living with purpose. As we walk this path together, let us remember the words of Epictetus, "No man is free who is not master of himself." True freedom, true strength comes from within. It comes from mastering yourself, from becoming a man who is not swayed by external forces, who does not need to prove his worth because his worth is already established within. When you cultivate this inner strength, when you live according to the principles of Stoicism, you become more than just an option. You become a man of substance, a man of virtue, a man who is always a priority. And in this, you will find not only her respect, but your own self-respect, the most important priority of all. Stay grounded, stay strong, and remember, it all begins within. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.